The pop music is, it's a fantasy because it's just not me. That's would be the main thing. And it's a chance for escapism, and that kind of pop music is the stuff I listen to. And anything that creates that kind of world within 3 minutes, I quite like. And I quite like the idea of that kind of, sort of to quote Phil Spector-ish kind of way of creating a fantasy, a teenage fantasy in 3 minutes. And I also like the constrictions of pop song too, because I'm kind of doing lots of different things. So, I mean, I don't think I could do like a very long sort of considered musical piece. I just listen to pop music, so it's like the perfect form. No, I mean, before I even did music, I would always give an artist talk and say that the photographs were like pop songs. And I always thought it was because they had a title and they had an image, and the title is the trigger to the experience of the image. It sort of creates a very quick narrative, like a one little quick scene. And I was writing a lot of short stories, and that just sort of grew into the opportunity to make music as well, using the exact same thing of small triggers of experience, and instead of taking a photograph, created a song. So I think it's just a natural extension. The work began in 2001, so it's an old concept, and they started out as paintings. And I contacted Clinique because I liked their colour range with the makeup. And I wanted to do painting, but I couldn't be bothered how to fix and make up colours. Mixing colour just seemed too arbitrary. There's got to be a better way. So a cosmetics company had already done the market research. And so I took those colours and put them onto paintings, which were shown in reverse in gloss. And so you were reflected in them. And I said they were a gift because when you looked at them, you looked fantastic. And I could put them in restaurants or your home, and you could stand next to them and you're just guaranteed to look good. And I did this again in sort of 2006, made some more paintings, and the opportunity came up for Melbourne Now, and I applied the same concept but to a dance floor, sort of combining the interest of music and a cosmetics company. So I contacted Yves Saint Laurent, and they gave me their range, which we then scanned it all, photographed it, scanned it, and then turned it into colour palettes. And the idea is just cut off the title from I Care For You to just simply For You. And instead of being a painting where you're guaranteed to look good in front of it, you're now standing inside a makeup compact, like a ready-made sculpture brought to mega size that you walk inside of. And it's a surprise because you're not really expecting it in a gallery. But also, the idea of dancing in a nightclub scares me too much that I've never even done it before. So that's the personal inference, was that I can't do this. But if I make it and it's made good, then it might be okay. And I'm sure other people feel this way, so that's why it's called For You. These paintings are called foundations, which are a carry-on from the Melbourne Now work of the dance floor and earlier paintings, where each painting has come from a cosmetics company's foundations range, and each company therefore is catering to a different audience, and therefore each colour palette is completely different. And instead of turning them into grids, I decided to turn them into abstractions that are either camouflage or almost like a desert landscape. And it's almost like looking at across the sands of time, or sands in a jar. They're kind of like us looking over these horizon lines. And they start from the palest colours down to the darkest. And they've been done with this monument kind of framing device of metal, and they've been poured and then stopped and painted, and so you get these ridges going up and down, which adds to this sort of painting, but they're also sculptural at the same time.
Of your life, you can't take much more.
That kind of personal connection is where that work comes from. It's like a anxiety, when that anxiety is what turns into artworks, and that anxiety is the thing that I can pull out and then promote, and that will turn into a work, or it will turn into a sculpture or a song. That's where the sort of that initial point of inspiration on those kind of works comes from.